Welcome to Compai's Expat Channel. I'm Compai. I am Sosua's voice of reason. Guys, Operation Atlantico. 14 taxi drivers just quit. But I tell you where nobody quits. That's at my place, Casa De Compai.
There's a lot of places to rent in Sosua. If you're looking for peaceful, affordable, and tranquil, look at Casa De Compai, Sosua's hidden gem. When you're ready to reserve at Casa De Compai, my contact information is in the description down below.
Guys, thank you for watching my commercial. As I said in the commercial, my contact information will be in the description down below. Contact me for your reservation. 14 taxi drivers basically just quit. Am I upset? Not at all. No way. I want to try to relay this into why everybody who works in the tourist industry needs to look at things a lot differently. The taxi drivers are just the easiest ones to pick on. Why? Because most people can't stand them, and rightly so. The taxis overall, I know there's some good taxi drivers. I know a couple myself, but overall, they're known for not showing up on time, not being fair in their prices, not being the most honest people, and driving like complete, utter madmen. They think they own the streets of Sosua. They have their areas to park, and by Lord, don't you go anywhere near them. They don't have to obey traffic. They can go through a red light. They can go through a stop sign. They will hit you if you're in their way. I have no sympathy for the taxi drivers. I think they are one of the problems that is holding back the North Coast, specifically Sosua and Cabarete. So am I empathetic? Yes, I have empathy for the guys that have lost their taxis. So do I have sympathy for them? Not at all, because their actions over an extended period of time have caused people to strongly dislike them to where they reap what they sow. So be it. Let it happen. So what exactly are they saying is happening? Well, this is what I pulled offline. At least 14 taxi drivers have returned their rental taxi stands in the municipality of Sosua. Let me explain that. It's an actual union. That's where all the prices are set, and they're posted prices as well. So it's just like the beach association. They have licenses, and there's only so many licenses to go around. You can lease out your license to somebody else for them to make money. That's done all the time. So for 14 to go, hey, just take it back, I don't want it, to flat out quit, it is saying something. And this is all because of the Operation Atlantico and the downturn in tourism. So according to some reports, drivers have surrendered their vehicles to finance companies. Take it back. I don't want it. I can't afford it. Take it back. I've talked a lot about loans and mortgages here and why you don't want to get involved in them down here. They've also been forced to move into affordable housing. Now, guys, I'm sympathetic for that because everybody has families. You know, I don't want to see somebody lose their property, and I don't want to see them have to change their quality of life. But at the same time, you know, this is the new norm. The government's told a lot of its business owners that we have to adjust how we do business. We have to adjust how things work. Well, guess what? Taxis have to do it too. And we all know what happens if a taxi driver catches an Uber in town. It gets very ugly very quickly. I have a friend of mine who used to have a restaurant in town. And I saw him one day in his restaurant. I'm like, yo, what the hell happened to you, man? Why you got a black eye? He's like, yeah, a taxi driver sucker punched me. I'm like, what the heck happened? Why did he sucker punch you? Well, because I picked up a buddy at the airport. Not only did he sucker punch me, knock me to the ground, he put a gun in my face and said, There's going to be big problems if you ever go to the airport again. You're taking our work. That's the mentality that's been going on down here for an extended period of time. So when I hear 14 not on the road anymore, I think it's a positive thing for Sosua. I know I'm going to catch some backlash for that. Don't really care. I'll be more than happy to say Uber is in town when they get here because we need competition. But where's the bigger picture in this, guys? The bigger picture is there's a mentality that the locals have had for an extremely long time. And there's even a mentality that's shared with the gringos. And that mentality is they'll always come back. They'll always be here. It's okay. I can afford to lose a couple clients because people are going to continue to come here. You cannot take your client base for granted. And that's what the Dominicans have done for an extremely long time. And they were able to get away with that because Sosua used to be a lot of fun. It still is fun, but not as fun as it used to be. Let's be honest. And Sosua used to be a heck of a lot cheaper. It's not those two things anymore. So now when the foreigner is going to a restaurant and he's paying close to American or Canadian prices for that meal, they want good service. They don't want to have to call the waitress over. They expect things to be equivalent to that price they're paying for that entree. Some places in town are fantastic. Other ones haven't changed at all. When you go when you want to buy a souvenir, is this guy going to size me up and think how much money I have? How fluid is the price? Yep, we all know gringo pricing. We all know they're poor. We all know what happens when you go to a third world country. But it's been taken to such an extent for such an extended period of time that the people who do come down here are tired of it. So this is a good opportunity with this downturn in the market. And in my personal opinion, it's not going to get better for a period of time. The clients are going to go where they're treated the best. And they're going to go where they feel appreciated. So everybody who has been doing things incorrect for years are the ones who are going to suffer. You can see it in the taxis. There's Uber in town. I'm shocked now that I did a video and I said, I'm waiting for Uber to come. And guys like, no, John, they're here. And I've had people said, all right, this is how it works. So I'm happy to see that the Ubers are here in Sosua and they're making their inroads in because we need it. And just like the guys on the beach who took advantage of people renting chairs and getting drinks and stuff like that. You can't screw the tourists as bad as you've been doing it and expect to survive. This is a new time. So let's see if the locals can adapt to the changing times in Sosua, thanks to Operation Atlantico, and have a stronger appreciation for the people that are coming down here and spending money instead of saying, there's another one. Because I know what that mentality is. I've been dealing with it for 15 years. And I hope it changes. Again, I'm not happy to see guys lose their taxis. I'm not happy to see people have to move into different accommodations because they have families. But I'm not sympathetic. This has been a long, ongoing problem. And now there's finally been some accountability for that profession. And let's see what other professions in town are going to have the same level of accountability. Because the low-hanging fruit is gone. We're all going to have to climb a little bit higher and a little bit harder to get the money that we earn. It's you have to do the work a little harder. You're going to have to do the right thing. You're going to have to provide proper service with a good product, and you're going to have to do it consistently. And I don't think the locals are going to be able to handle that because I know for a fact, doing this new studio, guys that would get things done for me within a week are now taking a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know why? Because they're not as busy. They're like, screw it, I don't have to work that hard. I'm not going to make as much money. I'm seeing that laziness creep back in. So things are going backwards. They're not going forwards down here. And I'm seeing it in the trades, and I'm seeing it in the workers, and I'm seeing it in the surface. So if you're that foreigner, it's a great opportunity to increase your market share, to separate yourself from the pack. I'm excited because I'm just going to do better overall. So guys, with that being said, I just wanted to get that little piece of news out there. So always remember, keep personal private and private personal. Thanks for watching. How about you subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and I love the comments. Keep them coming. Peace out.